Hello and welcome to my channel. So today let's look at today's daily challenging question 448. Find all numbers disappeared in an array. Given array norms of n integers where norms I is in the range 1 to n, return an array of all integers in the range 1 to n that do not appear in norms. So the first example, this array and the output is 5 and 6 because they didn't appear in the norms. The second example is norms is 1 and 1. The output is 2 because 2 is not showing in the norms. Norms dot length is between 1 and 10 to the power 5, and norms are between 1 and n. So the follow-up, could you do it with the extra space and in without extra space and in ON runtime? So this question, the approach is called indexing sort. So since we have numbers from 1 to n, and we can swap the indexing sort. Actually, it's in place. So we can swap iterate I from 0 to n, and swap norms I with norms I minus 1, because the numbers is one based, so I need to do a minus 1. So this swap there's a condition that if the norms are already equal to norms I minus 1, then we don't need to swap until norms I is the same as because if it's the same number, we don't it doesn't make sense to swap, right? Or there's another condition is if norms I is equal to I plus 1. So if norms I is equal to I plus 1, which means the norms I is in the correct place, so we don't need to swap. Then the second step is iterate I from 0 to n minus 1 again, and then check if norms I is equal to I plus 1. If not, which means I plus 1 is not in the not in this array, then add I plus 1 to the resulting list. And the time of this approach is O(n), because we just iterate through the n elements, and the space is O of 1. Extra space is O of 1. If we don't count the output list. So let's start writing the code. Firstly, so now we use a while loop. If while norms I not equal to norms I minus 1, or and we need to do an and norms I not equal to I plus 1. And then we need to swap. So we need to firstly getting this value. So firstly, we might better assign the value to norms I minus 1. and then we do the temp, assign temp to num size. Then after this is done, we can check. So we do the second pass and check if the nums I is not equal to I plus 1. Then we need to define this answer list. Okay, so this is the code. Then let's check if it's working. Yeah, so the first example is working, and let's check the second example. Okay, so let's submit. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, so let's conclude today's session. So I just in this explained this new concept called indexing sort, which is I think there are a few questions about the indexing sort in the Leetcode. So it's all like find a disappeared number, or like find a number appear twice or something. Yeah. So yeah, and the time complexity is O(n). So it's pretty efficient approach for this problem. So thank you for watching, and if you have any question, please comment on the video. See you next time.